Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Titi Aigbeni. I've been sharing my story with you in my journey of life with pain, living with pain most part of my adult life. Today I'm going to be sharing my story with you on one of the miscarriages I had, the pain I went through. I've been through 5 miscarriages and 3 evacuations. But one of the miscarriages today I'm going to be sharing with you, it happened that I was pregnant. That was after my first child. I was pregnant. I wasn't comfortable that day, so to speak. So I decided I was going to go for a scan to see what was happening. I went for the scan. The baby was okay. On my way back, I started spotting. I don't understand what that was. By the time I got back home, the pain started. It started gradually. My husband was not around, I'd gone to work. I was the only one at home. I had to pick my daughter from the crèche. I could not even go. I had to call him to pick her up on his way back from work. The pain was so severe that I didn't know what to do. The next person I called was my cousin, who had an idea of drugs and all that. He had worked as a pharmacy technician in a pharmacy shop before. So I explained to him the pain I was going through. And okay, I think I didn't tell him I was pregnant. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I told him or not. He just said I should use ibuprofen for the pain because the pain was actually much and all that. Okay. I used it. So by the time my husband got back home, I told him that I didn't need to go to the hospital that day. But he insisted that we needed to go to the hospital. And I said no, that the pain was already going down and I think I was feeling much better and all that. But he's actually insisted that we had to go to the hospital that night. We're staying on the mainland, so we had to, my hospital was on the island. My OBG hospital was on the island. So off we went to the hospital. Thank God we took that decision. That was one of the best decisions of my life, you know. By the time we got to the hospital, I was placed on admission. The bleeding had increased and all that. By midnight that day, I woke up in a pool of my own blood. That was how bad my bleeding was. The whole bed was filled with blood. My whole cloth was filled with. I was practically dripping from blood because I wanted to use the bathroom. I woke up, I wanted to use the bathroom. They had to call the doctor who came in immediately and started working on me and all that. At the end of the day, I think I spent like 2 weeks in the hospital thereabout. I went for another scan. I was supposed to stay for another bed rest, but at the end of the day, I actually lost that pregnancy. One thing I always remember about that pregnancy was that pain of that day. The ignorant me, I shouldn't have used that drug. The best I could have done was go to an hospital. And maybe I shouldn't have even gone to the hospital I used. I should have probably gone to the nearest hospital close to me and all that. Maybe. But I learned a lesson that day. I learned the drugs to use, especially for your first trimester. I learned the drugs to use, and I learned to um to to listen to that warning, that warning at the back of your head that says, go and do something. Thank God I listened to my husband that day. If not, God knows what would have happened. I mean, would I have been bleeding in pool? Would I have woken up in the pool of my own blood in my house? What would have happened in the middle of the night if I'd been at home? How would we have been able to cope? What would my husband have been able to do as at that time? So in that pain, I learned a lesson that is very vital to me, like a lesson that helped me in my future pregnancies on how to deal with it and all that. This is my story of pain, living with pain. Please don't forget to give me the thumbs up, like, and subscribe to the channel. So when I come your way again, see you next time. Bye.